Morning everybody, it's Thursday today and if you've looked out the window you'll see that it's really not pleasant at all. Wind and lots of rain, just probably back to the weather we're used to. I know that I was speaking to Ruby yesterday and she was saying how lucky we had been with the weather up till now, and I think she is right. I think we're taking it ill out now that we've got a dull and wet and very cold windy day, probably what we're used to in the past, but we've had such great weather for the past few months really that we've not really had days like this. So hopefully you're not needing an umbrella today, because I think you'll be like Mary Poppins and you'll be away up in the air with your umbrella looking at the wind at the minute. So West Kirkby last night, not really much to report. Sometimes we've got some things that we're told are on in the area from either Presbytery or from Edinburgh, but not much coming from there with information that's to be passed on. So you know that I always will pass on anything that I think is of interest to anyone. Just to remind you that Sunday will be our communion service. I've said about that, but also just to remind you also there will be a retiral offering for our own church. After Sunday we will be starting up with the shoe boxes again, and probably during the whole of October we will collect for shoe boxes. So it will be for Blythswood again. Don't worry if you've not got a box. We can take anything at all and hand it into Blythswood, and they will make up a box with all the bits that everybody's handed in. So I know we've got people already knitting hats and gloves and scarves, sets to go into the boxes, so that's great, and a good start for our October collection for shoe boxes. So if you know anybody who is in a workplace and they're looking for something to do, then they could hand in items for that. Otherwise, don't worry if you are not wanting to fill a whole box. Not many people are able to do that now. It's quite costly to do that, but 1 or 2 items from 3 or 4 people will soon fill a box. So it's all the usual things: toiletries, toothpaste, toothbrushes, small tools like a screwdriver, things like that. Not any chocolate, no chocolate is the thing, no conditioner, but you can put in like shower gel or shampoo. I'll get the proper list and look at their list and let you know about that next week. So we will start the shoe boxes next week, and I'll let you know exactly what Blythswood have on their list next week. But just keep in mind, shoebox time is coming along. So apart from that, not much else to report. I think I've got a session clerks meeting at 11 o'clock. It was supposed to be on Tuesday, but Linda's cancelled it on Tuesday. She forgot she had something else to do. So I think it's today at 11 o'clock. And apart from that, I think we'll be staying in and keeping warm and dry inside. So look after yourself, everybody. We have been reading a lot of Matthew chapter 9. And we're just going to read the last wee bit of Matthew chapter 9 that we haven't heard. We've been hearing about Jesus healing people, and there's a little bit left, and I will just read on to the end. And it's at verse 32, and it's entitled, Jesus heals a man who could not speak. And then it goes on just the last few verses. Jesus has pity for the people. So we'll just read from verse 32 to the end, and then we've really covered almost the whole of Matthew chapter 9 this week. As the men were leaving, some people brought to Jesus a man who could not talk because he had a demon. But as soon as the demon was driven out, the man started talking, and everyone was amazed. "We have never seen anything like this in Israel," they exclaimed. But the Pharisees said, "It is the chief of the demons who gives Jesus the power to drive out demons." Jesus went around visiting all the towns and villages. He taught in the synagogues, preached the good news about the kingdom, and healed people with every kind of disease and sickness. As he saw the crowds, his heart was filled with pity for them, because they were worried and helpless, like sheep without a shepherd. So he said to his disciples, "The harvest is large,
but there are few workers to gather it in. Pray to the owner of the harvest that he will send out workers to gather in his harvest. Amen, and God bless this reading from Matthew chapter 9. So, hope everybody is keeping okay. Just remember, if there is anything you would like me to add on the West Kirk Weekly every week, there's no problem. If there are friends or family you would like to add on to the prayer list, just check with them and we can do that also. If there's anything that's happening around about that you maybe think people would want to know, that's also a good way of passing on information to people. There's no problem, just let me know. Other than that, we will see you tomorrow. Bye.